Welcome to Two Doctors Homestead. My name's Daniel, and this is Prepper Pantry Pick of the Week. Every week, we take you shopping with us. We pick out an item, talk about where it fits into your pantry, your long-term food storage pantry, and certainly freeze-dried pretty much defines the category of long-term food storage, right? Freeze-dried lasts a very long time. As you're building out your pantry, we always recommend you take a look at the book, A Year Without a Grocery Store, Karen Morris. So this is a great book that talks about building out your long-term food storage pantry, things like short-term, mid-term, long-term types of foods, where to get them, recipes. It's a good place to start if you're looking at building out that food storage pantry, and we try to help you out. Once again, we pick out an item, talk about nutritional information, shelf life, all that kind of stuff, and cost, kind of cost per calorie, so where it fits in that sense. But we've been making the videos for a long time. We enjoy making the videos. We appreciate you all watching them. We really do. Like, subscribe, share, comment. Of course, it keeps us fun. We enjoy seeing the comments and chatting with people, sharing ideas. And of course, if you got an item you want us to look at, if you've got an idea, if you think we're going in the wrong direction, as always, let us know. And if you're looking for more of our homestead content, something I wanted to mention is we've moved most of that to Instagram and TikTok, at least in the sense of videos of the pigs, the turkeys, the chickens, the garden. We just find that's a good spot for it. So all our little shorts and stuff we've been dumping over there. Not to say we'll never put a short on YouTube, but we just like putting that over there, right? Trying to keep things separated out. This is more of our long form content. We've been doing a lot of prepping lately. It seems like a good time to do a lot of prepping, but let's jump into it. So we're talking about the breakfast skillet. We hit this at Walmart. Mountain House Adventure Meals breakfast skillet, shredded potatoes, scrambled eggs mixed with pork sausage, peppers, and onions. And of course, it is freeze-dried, so there are a lot of advantages of freeze-dried, but I want to be clear, there's a few disadvantages as well. And it's not just the price, right? Certainly price is a big factor when you're talking about freeze-dried foods. So this is 2 servings per container, and the container gets you 520 calories, and this was $9.68 on rollback. Now, I remember back in the day, they used to be less expensive, but everything was back in the day, and we're not talking that long ago, right? So $9.68 gets you 520 calories. So when we talk about calories per day, on the back they use 2,000 calories, the recommended daily. A lot of this stuff I've been pushing at 1,500 calories. If you're talking about a survival situation, 1,500 calories in general is supposed to keep you above the starvation level. So we start at 1,500 calories, and you can certainly go from there. Not saying you can't eat more than 1,500 calories, right? But that's a good baseline if you wonder, like, how much food. Well, this is 520 calories, so this really is breakfast for $9.68, which I guess is about the price of going out to eat nowadays, right? If you want to get a cheeseburger, you're probably paying that at McDonald's, more or less, right? So $9.68. So if you want to get 1,560 calories, you want to stay above the starvation level, you need 3 of these packages, and that puts you at $29.04. So $29 for one day at 1,560 calories, which is not a lot. Clearly, one of the disadvantages, right, of the freeze-dried is the high cost. Well, also you have to add water, right? You might say, oh, but it's lighter, and it is. This is not a heavy package. Even if you stack 3 of them together, it's not a heavy package. That would be 11 ounces for 3 of these. But if you look at the recommendation, you need water, right? You have to add water, 1 1/4 cups. So I did some math. You would need 30 ounces of water, fluid ounces, regular ounces, fluids volume, regular ounces are weight. So you need 2.5 pounds of water, or 2.5 pounds of total if you had the 3 packages and enough water. So it's 2.5 pounds for 1,500 calories when you add that water weight. So weight isn't always an advantage, and clearly you're going to have to drink water anyway, but there's a lot of water to prep this, and one day that gets you one day above the starvation level. So let's talk about nutritional information. You got your total fat, So if you ate 3 of these packages to get to your 1560 calories, you get 78 grams of fat, which is 99% of the daily. So if you're going off the daily for your fat, even though you're not getting your 2,000 calories, that hits you about even of the daily recommended. Total cholesterol is 1,830 milligrams, which is 609% of daily. So a ton of cholesterol. You're getting hit hard by the cholesterol. I don't know what part of the ingredients that comes from. The number one ingredient is whole egg stabilized non-fat milk, egg yolk. Not sure where you're getting all that cholesterol. Total sodium is 4,260 milligrams, which is 186% of daily. Not sure why. Not sure why they blasted so much salt in here. I assume as a preservative, but it's freeze-dried. Right? If you're already freeze drying it, I don't know why there's so much salt in here. Total carbs is 46 grams, 51% of daily. Total protein, 84 grams. They have it 168% of daily. I've seen between 50 and 200 recommend daily protein. This seems to be running on the light end of that. Calcium, iron, and potassium. So where do you get in on it, right? The freeze-dried is, Best Buy is 2053, so if I did my math right, that's about 29 years on the package, and it does contain milk, eggs, and seed oils, and I know a lot of people are kind of getting into seed oils maybe not being good. I'm not going to go too deep into that, but it's that 29-year shelf life is really what you're paying for. Certainly convenient, certainly fun if you're going camping, going on a hike, and you're like, hey, I just want to pour my hot water in here and I'm good to go. Go for it, right? Or if you're not worried about spending $30 a day to stay above the starvation level, great. I mean, you're going to get a quality product, right? Usually on these, you add the water, you heat it up, and it's going to taste great. It's going to taste like a breakfast skillet, but at what cost, right? The cost is what gets you. So if you're thinking, I need that long-term food storage, right, but you're maybe on a budget, you can look at other options. Like this is rice. This is 5 pounds of rice packed in a Mylar bag. Rice works out to about $1 a day equivalent on calories. So instead of $30, the rice is about $1 a day. Calories rise, and if you pack the rice properly, if you store the rice properly, this may last 20, 30 years as well. So you're going to get the same shelf life potentially, as long as you're storing them properly, treating them properly, cool, dry place and all that. This could last as long, if not longer, than the freeze-dried at $1 a day instead of nearly $30 a day. I'm just throwing out numbers there. Let me look it up. $29.04 per day. So there are other options for long-term food storage pantry, not putting freeze-dried down, but it is about the most expensive way to go, even if you make it yourself. And we did a whole video on that, the cost of the freeze dryer, the cost of the electricity every time you run the freeze dryer. Hard to save money, but once again, you get that shelf life. That's what it's known for. It's going to stay good for a long time, and that may be important to you. It may be important to a lot of us, is having that food stability, right? It's just expensive. You know, there's no way of getting around that. I've got some freeze-dried. We get the number 10 cans when they're on sale, and that's something I would recommend. Get on Amazon, keep an eye on the Augustin Farms. If you can get them on sale, you can probably get some pretty good deals. And you do get the shelf life, right? You do preserve the nutrients. Freeze-drying does work. It is a good process, just an expensive process. So hope that helps out. As always, thank you for watching, and we appreciate you.